Yes, so far we have discussed different formulas in the chapter trigonometric functions. Now today I'll take up few questions. So the first question is, find the value of sine of x by 2, cos of x by 2 and tan of x by 2 if tan x is equal to minus 4 over 3 and x lies in the second quadrant. Yes, one of the trigonometric functions is given. We can find the value of all the 5 trigonometric functions using that one given value, right? But here I'm given the value for tan x, but I need to find the value of sine of x by 2, cos of x by 2, tan of x by 2. That means I need to find out the trigonometric ratios for angle which is equal to half of x, right? So what we do, I'm given tan x equal to negative 4 by 3. So first I'll find out cos x. Yes, we know that secant square x minus tan square x is equal to 1. So from here, secant square x will be 1 plus tan square x. So secant square x will be 1 plus minus 4 by 3 whole squared, because tan x is given to be minus 4 by 3 whole square. Tan x is minus 4 by 3, so tan square x will be minus 4 by 3 whole square. So from here, secant square x will be this, which is 25 by 9. So secant x will be plus minus 5 by 3. Now, as x lies in second quadrant, therefore secant x will be negative 5 by 3, because in second quadrant only sine and cosecant function are positive, rest are all negative. So when secant x is minus 5 by 3, therefore cos x will be equal to minus 3 over 5, right? So we have obtained cos x equals to minus 3 over 5. Now look here, I want the t ratios for this angle x by 2, right? Yes, we know that cos 2 theta is equal to 2 cos square theta minus 1, right? Now here, if I take 2 theta is equal to x, then theta will be x by 2, right? So I'll get cos x is equal to 2 cos square, and what is theta? X by 2 minus 1, right? Now I know the value of cos x. So from here, can I get cos x by 2? Yes, we can. So cos x is minus 3 over 5. This is 2 cos square x by 2 minus 1. So therefore, 2 cos square x by 2 will be minus 3 by 5 plus 1, which on simplification will give you 2 by 5. So cos square x by 2 is 1 by 5, and this implies cos x by 2 is equal to plus minus 1 over root 5. So we have obtained two values of cos x by 2, 1 over root 5 and negative 1 over root 5. Now we are to decide which value is rejected and which value is accepted, right? Now look here. According to the question, x lies in the second quadrant. That means angle x lies in the second quadrant, right? When an angle lies in the second quadrant, that means that angle will be more than 90 degree and less than 180 degree, right? So that means x will be greater than 90 degree but less than 180 degrees, right? So x by 2 will be greater than 45 degrees and less than 90 degrees. This implies x by 2 lies in first quadrant, right? Because x by 2 is more than 45 degree but less than 90 degree. So it will lie in the first quadrant, and in first quadrant all trigonometric functions are positive. So therefore cos x by 2 will be 1 over root 5 because x by 2 lies in first quadrant, right? So now we know the value of cos x by 2, which is 1 over root 5. Yes, when one trigonometric function for an angle is known, can you find the other trigonometric functions? Yes. So sine square x by 2 plus cos square x by 2 will be 1. So from here, sine square x by 2 is 1 minus cos square x by 2. That will give you sine square x by 2 is 1 minus 1 over root 5 square, which is 1 minus 1 by 5. So sine square x by 2 will be 4 by 5. So sine x by 2 will be plus minus 2 over root 5. Now again, as x by 2 lies in first quadrant, therefore sine x by 2 should be positive. So therefore sine x by 2 will be 2 over root 5. Now cos x by 2 is known to us, sine x by 2 is known to us. So can we find tan x by 2? Yes, tan x by 2 will be sine x by 2 over cos x by 2. That is 2 over root 5 divided by 1 over root 5, which is 2. So tan x by 2 is 2. Let's take another question. Prove that cos 2x into cos x by 2 minus cos 3x into cos 9x by 2 equals sin 5x into sin 5x by 2. Right? So let's try to solve this. First look at this term. Cos 2x into cos x by 2. Yes. Cos 2x into cos x by 2. Right? This term. Now look here. Last time we did these three identities. Now can you tell me, amongst these three, this can be converted into which of these three forms? Yes, it is 2 cos x cos y. Here I have got cos x cos y. I need 2 here. So what I do, I multiply it with 2 and I divide it with 2. Right? So now this will be 2 cos x cos y, right? Similarly, this is again cos x cos y. So I multiply and divide with 2. So I'll get 2 cos 3x cos 9x by 2, right? Now I take this vector common. So this will be 1 by 2. It is 2 cos 2x into cos x by 2 minus 2 cos 3x into cos 9x over 2. Right? Now, this is 2 cos x cos y, and 2 cos x cos y is equal to this cos x plus y plus cos x minus y. Role of x is being played by 2x and role of y is being played by x by 2. So I apply here. It is 1 by 2 cos 2x plus x by 2 plus cos 2x minus x by 2 minus. Similarly here, it is also 2 cos x cos y. So it will be equal to cos x plus y plus cos x minus y. Role of x is being played by 3x and role of y is being played by 9x by 2. So I'll get cos 3x plus 9x by 2 plus cos 3x minus 9x by 2 and this whole bracket. So on simplification, I'll get here, it will be cos 5x by 2 plus cos 3x by 2 and here minus cos 15x by 2 and minus cos minus 3x by 2, right? So this is equals to half cos 5x by 2 plus cos 3x by 2 minus cos 15x by 2. And yes, cos of minus theta is equal to cos theta. So it will be same as cos 3x by 2, right? Now this will get cancelled out. So I am left with 1 by 2 cos 5x by 2 minus cos 15x by 2. Yes. Cos 5x by 2 minus cos 15x by 2. Can you identify the form? Yes, it is cos A minus cos B, where role of A is being played by 5x by 2 and role of B is being played by 15x by 2. So I'll apply this identity cos A minus cos B, which is minus 2 sine A plus B by 2 and sine A minus B by 2. So this will be equal to half minus 2 sine A plus B by 2 5x by 2 plus 15x by 2 whole divided by 2 into sine A minus B by 2 5x by 2 minus 15x by 2 whole divided by 2, right? So I'll get half minus 2 sine 20x by 4 sine minus 10x by 4. So it is 1 by 2 minus 2 sine 5x into sine of minus 5x by 2. And yes, sine of minus theta is minus sine theta. So I'll get 1 by 2 minus 2 sine 5x into minus sine 5x by 2. So this negative 1 into negative 1 will give you plus 2 sine 5x into sine 5x by 2. This will get cancelled out and you will get sine 5x into sine 5x by 2, which is equal to the right hand side. Let's take another question. Show that cos 3 pi by 2 plus x into cos 2 pi plus x into cot 3 pi by 2 minus x plus cot 2 pi plus x is equal to 1. Yes, we will simplify these four things. First, look at this. 3 pi by 2 plus x. Yes, pi by 2 is equal to 90 degree. Pi by 2 radian is equal to 90 degree, right? So, it says 3 pi by 2, that means 390, first 90, second 90, third 90, right? Plus x here. That means I will land in the fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant, cos is positive. And because 3 is the odd number, so this t ratio will change to its complementary t ratio. And complementary t function of cosine is sine. So I'll get sine x here, right? Now coming to this. 2 pi radian means 360 degree, right? So, and 360 degree is 4 into 90 degree. So 490, first 90, second 90, third 90, fourth 90. Here I complete 360 degrees, that is 2 pi radian plus x. Plus x, that means I will land in the first quadrant. In first quadrant, all t ratios are positive. So value of this will be positive. And 2 pi is even multiple of 90, 4 into 90. So t ratio will not change, so I'll get here cos x, right? Into 3 pi by 2 minus 6. Now 3 pi by 2 means 3 90s. First 90, second 90, third 90, right? Third 90 minus 6 here. That means I will land in the third quadrant. In third quadrant, cot is positive, right? And as 3 is odd, so cot, that means cotangent will be converted into its complementary t function, which is tangent. So I'll get tan x. Here also 2 pi plus x. 2 pi means 360 degree. So I will land in the first quadrant, right? In first quadrant, cot is positive, and again 2 pi means 360 degree. So it will be 4 into 90, and 4 is an even number, so t ratio will not change. So I'll get here cot x, right? Now this is sin x into cos x. Tan x can be written as sin x by cos x, and cot x can be written as cos x by sin x. So I'll get here sin x over cos x. On taking the LCM, I'll get here sin square x and here cos square x. And this you know is equal to 1. So sin x cos x into 1 over sin x into cos x. So this is equal to 1, which is equal to the right hand side. Let's take another question. show that sine square 6x minus sine square 4x is equal to sine 2x into sine 10x. Yes, let's take the left hand side. Left hand side is equal to, yes, sine square 6x can be written as sine 6x square, and sine square 4x is sine 4x square. Now it is of the form a square minus b square, and its vectors will be a plus b, a minus b. So using this, I'll get here sine 6x plus sine 4x and sine 6x minus sine 4x, right? Now, first look at this. This is of the form sine A plus sine B. Look here. Sine A plus sine B. Role of A is being played by 6x and role of B is being played by 4x. And it is equal to 2 sine A plus B by 2 cos A minus B by 2. So I'll apply the identity here. I'll get 2 sine 6x plus 4x by 2 cos 6x minus 4x by 2, right? Now similarly, this is of the form sin A minus sin B. Look at this form. Sin A minus sin B. A is 6x and B is 4x, and it is equal to 2 cos A plus B by 2 sin A minus B by 2. So on applying the identity, I'll get 2 cos 6x plus 4x by 2 into sine 6x minus 4x by 2, right? On simplification, I'll get 2 sine 5x cos x, 2 cos 5x, and here it is sin x, right? Now all these terms are getting multiplied. I pick 2 sin x cos x. I rearrange them, right? Then I pick this, this and this. So it will be 2 sin 5x cos 5x, right? Yes, we learned that 2 sin x cos x is equal to sin 2x. So can I write this as sin 2x, right? Now this is of the form 2 sin theta cos theta, where theta is 5x, right? So this should be equal to sin 2 theta, right? So what is theta? Theta was 5x. So 2 into 5x. So I'll be getting sin 2x into sin 10x, which is equal to right hand side.